Kia ora Year 12 and Year 11. Here's the second holiday video, and this is a really old differentiation question. So there's no implicit differentiation in this. There's just to differentiate the following thing. So we're given this y is equal to the natural log of x plus the square root of 1 plus x squared. So as I said in the last video, this is not very scholarshipy because it's too easy for today, because you know exactly what you've got to do. You're told to differentiate this and find dy by dx. So let's take a look at what to do first. Well, the first thing is to deal with the surd. Oh, where's my pen gone? So we don't want this in here. So we're going to rewrite as follows. Y is equal to the natural log of x plus 1 plus x squared to the power of a half. So then we have a look and we go, well, is there anything smart I can do? Can I split that log up? No, you definitely cannot split the log up, right? So nobody try to do that. The log rules tell us that if we've got the log of a times b, we can split that up. One of the most common mistakes that we see is when students try to split up the sum when it's inside a log. So we can't do that. So let's get rid of that for now because it's no use to us. So we just have to work through it, even though it's going to be a little bit messy, but it's got some quite nice algebra practice in it. So when we differentiate a log, we use the chain rule, and the first bit is going to be 1 over this thing here. So 1 over the inside function, x plus 1 plus x squared to the power of a half. And then I differentiate the inside function. So it's going to be times 1 plus a half of 1 plus x squared to the power of negative a half times 2x. Right, now we've got to clean that numerator up, so we'll leave the denominator. Well, let's have a look. We know we're going to end up back in surd form, so I'm going to chuck the denominator back into surd form now. And it's going to look like that. And then up here, I've got 1 plus, now the half and the 2 are going to go, so it's going to be 1 plus x times 1 plus x squared to the negative a half. So that'll do for starters. Now we're going to write the numerator out with surd form, and we're going to get an ugly fraction on top of a fraction, but not for long. So there's my denominator, and here I've got 1 plus x over root 1 plus x squared. So we're going to take a common denominator through on the top line, and we'll have root 1 plus x squared plus x, right, so just dealing with the 1, over root 1 plus x squared. I'm just looking at how ugly this is, right? So I usually really try to avoid doing this, but somehow I've ended up doing it here. So let's look at what we've got here. Remember, you're trying to show the person reading that you understand exactly what you're doing. So the next step is not to just start cancelling things out everywhere, but it's to rewrite it nicely. I'm talking to a couple of you, you know who you are. And then here, I'm going to have x plus this times the square root of 1 plus x squared. So isn't that cool? We've got a common factor that's popped up, which is this and this. So my final answer is 1 over the square root of 1 plus x squared. So I don't reckon that's a very scholarshipy question, but I do think it's very much like the types of question you get in the Cambridge A-level paper. So well worth making sure that you can do that very easily. And notice that we started with this complicated thing and we ended up with a really nice, simple expression. And the question said to make sure you've simplified fully. Thanks for watching. I'll do a couple more later on.